Hi there and welcome to another episode of Ask VSA, where Vox Singing Academy answers all your questions in regards to singing. Now, just leading off from last week's question was, how long should I warm up before I start singing? This episode is going to be about how to warm up your voice before you sing. So this one here is going to be very hands-on. You don't need a keyboard. You can basically just do these going through your range. So I'll explain how to warm up your voice without doing scales or having a keyboard at hand. So these are great if you're backstage or you're driving to a gig or a rehearsal or something like that. Now again, warming up your voice is going to depend on the temperature that it is in the room or in the environment, and also your genre of music that you're particularly singing. Now, you would warm up your voice differently if you were in Coldplay or if you're in a screaming band like Slipknot, for instance, where you're using your higher range, you're screaming, because you'd want to warm up that part of your voice as well too before you go up on stage or sing. You just don't want to warm up your clean voice and then go and have to scream and then possibly damage or wear out or hurt your screaming voice, if that makes sense. Again, if you're in Coldplay, you wouldn't just warm up your true voice, you'd also warm up your falsetto, because he uses a lot of falsetto in his songs. So depending on the genre of music that you're doing, warm up the parts of your voice that you're going to work and or use. Now again, this is just a very basic generic warm-up to warm up your whole range in your clean voice. Now, warm-ups are very passive. They're like stretching for an athlete before we go and actually do our workout or play the sport or whatever it is that you want to do. So these are very passive. These are done in 1/10 of your normal volume. Now, your general warm-up is going to be either a baby buzz or a burble or an exercise. So depending on which one of these work, these are the two best warm-up exercises that you can do for your voice. Now, if you're struggling to do these, I will show you a third exercise, which is a lot easier, that everyone should be able to get if you can't do these slightly more difficult exercises. So let's go with the baby buzz or the burble firstly. So it's quite easy. It's a baby buzz. We're just going to be going. So just do that firstly, just on one note in key, okay? And the lips are relaxed. I don't want the lips really tight. They're going to be just like this. So try that firstly with no sound. Just get your lips moving evenly through there. So try that now. Push pause, see how that goes. If you push pause and you're getting that, now run a sound through it just on one note. You can see my lips are quite relaxed doing this. If you're having troubles doing this, you can put your fingers either side of your lips on your cheeks and push them in, it makes it a bit looser. This is more of a baby buzz. It's more of a burble, sorry, more of a burble. And just get that sound. Now, once you've mastered that, what we want to do is we want to warm up every single inch of your voice. So with this scale, I start down very low in my range. So I'm looking at the keyboard here. I start down very low in my range, and I go up to my extreme high range into my falsetto. So I'm going to do as I would do if I was warming up my voice before I'm about to start classes. So I'm about to start classes in about another 15 minutes. So this is my actual warm up. So I'd be starting down low in my low range down here in true voice, as low as I can. This is for males and females. You start where you think your lower range is, and I just go. And I circulate through my entire range, not really pushing it too high, pardon me, to start with, but just going through my whole range. Now, as I'm working through this, I go a little bit higher and a little bit firmer toward the top with each one. If I feel that I didn't quite get that note at the top, I go and repeat the same key again. So my next song would be. Going up again, a little bit higher than what I was. Make sure you've got enough breath support, so you're going to take a good diaphragmatic breath, a good proper breath. I'll teach you how to breathe in the future if you're watching these videos. but make sure that your breath is even all the way through with your lips. You don't want to make sure that this vibration is even. You don't want to be going like that. So this breath support has got to be even. I'll actually do it without any sound. So I'll do it, yeah, I'll do it with no sound. So that's what you're actually doing without any sound. When you put the sound through it, so I've gone from my very low range right to my very high range in falsetto with what I call a baby buzz or a burble. Now, another one that I like to also do as well too is called the exercise, which blocks off the back of the uvula. The uvula is a little punching bag, tonsil at the back of your throat. So you just lift your tongue up. If this is the back of your throat here, this arc, this is your tongue, this is the roof of your mouth here. I'll just be putting my tongue to the back roof of the back uvula. I don't want my tongue to the roof of my mouth. Like this. So it's just and then once you've got that, so just practice that. One note. Push, pause, have a go. If you've mastered that, then again, do the same thing. Do sirens up through your range. So I start down very low. Up and down through my range. And again, you can go a little bit higher. All the way through your range. Now, don't worry about the disconnects between your true voice and falsetto, because we're going from to which is false voice. Your true voice larynx is down here. I'm shaking my true voice larynx. My falsetto larynx is up here. I'm shaking my true voice larynx. That's why there's a disconnect between the two voices. It's because they're not connected. So again, you can try both of those warm-ups. They're absolutely fantastic warm-ups. And that's what I do to passively warm my voice up before I go and do any other scales. So how long you want to practice this for is until your voice feels limbered up and loose and warmed up. So I generally do these for generally between 5 to 7 minutes before I even start scales. And I would generally do these even just, what I'll do is I'll do these while I'm writing down notes for my students, my classes, setting up. So I sort of doing them walking around. So I do them for about 5 or 7 minutes. After this, I go and do some other exercises to warm my voice up even further, because that's a very passive warm-up. As I said, that's like lightly stretching before we go for a jog. And the next video, what I'm going to shoot is what we do is if we'll just be basically walking before we go for a jog, just to slightly warm up before we actually go and do a full stretch of actual singing or harder scales. And I'll show you that what I do on the next video. If you or someone that you know needs singing lessons, we'd be absolutely honored. Please check out the links below for more info. If face-to-face singing lessons aren't your thing, we also do offer the Ultimate Online Singing Course. Again, check out the links below for more info. I think I've lost what I was going to say, but I'm going to keep on going. Yes, let's just keep on going. Let's wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this channel, that's what I wanted to say. If you like this channel, click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to keep up with other great tutorials, podcasts. We have React videos. It's not just a tips and hints vocal channel. We have lots of other great things here. Our students singing, teachers singing, myself singing. So you can check out all those videos. Actual classes, we've got recordings of actual classes. So you can check out all those in the playlists. Most importantly, be good to each other. Live each day as if it's your last, and live with passion. Until the next video, have a great time. Bye-bye.